Hey, how's it going everyone? This is Dan Rock. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to show you how I do oil change on my 2300 Rebel 500 CMX Special Edition. Currently, this bike sits at 4,600 miles. The first oil change I had done at the dealership at 600 miles. That's when they recommend to do the first break-in oil change after I bought my bike with pretty much 0 miles. And now it's due for oil change, which I'm gonna do myself. I've done oil changes before on my vehicle, so this should be pretty easy. I'm gonna show you all the materials and tools I'm gonna be using for this work. Okay, so let's come over here. All right, I have bought this full synthetic oil, which is recommended 10W30. So I have 3 quarts here. We need to put 2.9 into the bike, since we're also changing the oil filter, and it comes with a washer right here under the yellow tape. And I'm also going to be using this oil filter wrench, which is going to be easier to remove the oil filter from the bike. You can also use something like this. I have a ratchet. There's a 12mm socket. This is going to be used for removing the drain plug, and also some Allen wrenches right here, and the funnel. I also have foil. This is going to be to wrap the pipes so the oil from the oil filter doesn't end up dripping onto the pipes. And this is the shop towel, of course some goggles I like to use, the rear wheel stand right here, and the container for collecting oil, and some gloves to keep your hands clean. This right here is the belly. This is a custom piece I installed onto the bike myself. So I'm hoping I don't have to remove the whole thing. I can just remove this belly right here and keep the engine cover or engine fairing on the bike for this work. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started, and I'm gonna show you everything step by step how I do it, so you can do your oil change yourself. So I have already warmed up the bike for about 35 minutes and let it cool down. And before I'm gonna lift up the rear tire on the bike stand, I want to show you, there is right here, you can see right down here, right there, there's a window, a see-through window where you can see the level of the oil. So bike is upright right now, it's not tilted, and this is the level of the oil that we have inside the bike currently. Okay, so it takes 2.9 quarts of oil. After we change the oil, we're going to put that amount back into the engine. So let's go ahead and lift up the bike on this rear wheel bike stand and get to work. Go ahead and lift up this bike so we can do oil change. So I'm just gonna put this under here, align both sides. Here we go. All right, so the bike is on the bike stand right now. I have the back tire lifted off the ground, and the bike is upright. I'm gonna go ahead and just remove this belly right here from the engine fairing, and we're gonna grab the foil and just wrap those pipes with foil. 3 screws on each side to for this belly to come off. Same thing on the other side. And I can just undo this with my hand. And now I can go ahead and remove this belly right here. All right, so that's off. This foil right here, and I'm gonna wrap around these pipes right here on the inside. There is an oil filter, and when I remove the oil filter, the oil is gonna drip onto the pipes, and then once they got hot, the oil is gonna burn. So I don't want to do that. I'm just gonna wrap the pipes and protect them from the oil. So I have those pipes nicely wrapped in foil. And next, we're gonna go ahead and go after the drain plug, which is on your clutch side. If you look over here, here's your clutch side, and on the bottom, look under your kickstand, and you'll see it on the bottom right here. Go ahead and remove this bolt right here, the drain plug, and let the oil run into this plastic container to collect all the oil. Before you drain your oil, you want to go ahead and just remove this oil cap on this side. Just kind of You don't have to completely remove the oil cap, but you can just kind of get it loose and just leave it on top of here. So in order to remove the drain plug, I'm gonna use this ratchet right here with a 12 millimeter socket. Okay, so I'm gonna go under here. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this drain plug. The bolt is loose. Now I'm just gonna unscrew and the oil is gonna come out. All right, here's the washer. I just dropped it. Okay, the oil is draining. All right, let it drain all the way. All right, so this is the drain plug right here, and this is the washer. And I got a new washer. It's recommended to replace the old one. So I'm just gonna wipe this drain plug right here. Let's show you the oil. The oil is still dripping. I'm gonna leave it there until it's completely out. While the oil is still draining, it's dripping a little bit. So I'm gonna move this oil pan to the side, and I'm just gonna put the shop towel, just kind of catch the rest of the oil that's dripping down here. Okay, and I'm gonna go ahead and change the oil filter on this side. So for this oil filter, I have this oil filter wrench, which should go and sit perfectly on top of here, and it does. Okay, attach this ratchet right here to this oil filter wrench. All right, here we go, and it's in off position. Go ahead and remove this oil filter. Good thing I didn't have to remove this engine cover completely, just the belly. Okay, and it's very tight, and that's why you need this this oil filter wrench. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and loosen this up a little bit. Here we go, and now it's loose. I'm gonna go ahead and remove this ratchet and the oil filter wrench. It doesn't want to come off, so I'm just gonna remove the oil filter, just unscrewing this slowly. See, the oil starts to run, and that's why I put the foil down there, so just to protect the pipes. Here we go. All right, I don't want to drop this filter in there. All right, now it's off. Let that oil run. And here's our oil filter. All the oil has drained. I'm just gonna clean this a little bit. And all the oil from here also has drained. I'm just gonna wipe this with a shop towel. All right, so this is ready for new oil filter. Here's my new oil filter. If you want to see the part number, this is the part number right here. Okay, here's a new washer as well. Put it aside. Unpack this. Okay, so this is the washer for the drain plug. Okay, and we're just gonna reuse the same drain plug. We're just gonna change the washer. So before we install this oil filter, what you want to do is take that new oil, fresh oil, just kind of put your finger in there and just put this around the seal of the new oil filter. This is just gonna loop everything, and it's just gonna be easier to remove the filter next time, and also it's just gonna create a seal. We're gonna put it right here. So it's on. Just gonna twist it and just hand tighten everything. You don't need to use any special tools. As long as it's tight, you don't want to overdo it. Also, you don't want this oil filter to leak. All right, so that should be tight on there, and it shouldn't go anywhere. Okay, so that's on. We're gonna put this drain plug back on and make sure you reinstall a new washer that came with the oil filter. So I'm just gonna put this on here. All right, and twist it in. Okay, and now I'm gonna use the ratchet. And also, you don't want to overdo it. Just make sure it's tight. All right, and it seems tight. All right, so the drain plug is installed. Anytime you change oil, make sure you wrap these pipes with foil. It's gonna be good for the pipes. You see, we don't have any oil on those pipes, and that's what we want. Everything's nice and clean. There's oil fill cap right here, so we're gonna take this off. Okay, we're gonna put it aside, and right here I've got 10W30 3 quarts, and this takes 2.9 quarts since we also changed the oil filter. So we're gonna go ahead and put this funnel in, and we're gonna be adding oil. The second quart of oil. This is the third quart I'm putting into this bike. I've left about 300 mLs in this can right here. See, a see-through glass right here is full with oil. Of course, my oil filter does not have any oil inside, so I'm gonna go ahead and start the bike and just run the oil through, and just shut off the bike, and then check the oil level. So after I started the bike and I let it run for a little bit, I let the oil settle down, I had to top off a little bit more oil. Let me show you on this can right here, just below 200 mLs. So that orange is your oil, and as you can see, there's a mark down here. That's for your low mark, and this up here is for your high level of the oil. So you want to stay somewhere in between, but you don't want to it can be a little bit higher. On mine is just a little bit higher than the mid level, but you never want to go over this high upper mark right here, because that will mean you just have too much oil. So I'm gonna leave it as is. It looks good to me. That's a good level of oil. I'm just gonna replace this belly back onto the engine fairing, and take this bike for a test drive. Thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to smash that like, and if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave them in the comment section below this video. I'll answer them as soon as possible. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you like this video, for future videos so you don't miss them. And thanks again. I'll see you later.